Hey guys, Feuerrm here, and today I have a bit of an interesting video for you guys. I'm going to be showing you the China version of Asphalt 9. Now, this is something that a lot of people have actually been asking for, so Fiesty Fluoride from PAE team has kindly given me some footage of it. So on the surface level, it looks much the same, you know, starting up cars, going up garage level, getting the trade coins and stuff like that, but there are actually quite a few pretty big differences, which I will be showing you here. The overall layout of the game is pretty much the same. As you can see, scrolling through here, daily events, multiplayer, these all look pretty much the same. But then, once we go up to the top, where we can see the garage levels, you can see that it is now completely different. You can now have chances to get packs, chance for exclusive cars, and there are now levels above level 8, apparently. You can go up to 9, 10, 11, and so on, and there's different packs, different numbers of tokens. I really wish they would make more levels in the normal version of the game. But there are also some things I'm not sure people would want to see in the normal version of the game. For example, there is now a membership thing that you can buy that can give you extra fuel for cars, extra event tickets, a free daily refresh in the Legend store, and an extra 30% of those red coins that you can use there. That would just make the game even more pay to win than it already is. And while it's obviously not quite like the VIP system from Asphalt 8, it has that same kind of feel to it. So now we are scrolling through the garage here, and you can see that actually, many of the cars are in different classes than they are in the normal version of the game. The Nissan GTR, Viper ACR, and Vencer Sarth are all in Class B. What is this? What it seems like they're doing is grouping cars in classes based on their level of performance, like having all the lowest cars in Class D, all the highest cars in Class S, rather than having some lower through higher cars spread throughout, with each class just having an average level of performance higher overall. So now we're going to go through the cars in the career, and you will see that there is this new thing that looks like a circle with a diamond in it, and you can actually now get many cars by buying them with tokens. Not cheap, a lot of them, but you can now get them with tokens rather than having to get blueprints for a lot of the lower ones. Now, this other new currency is one that you can only buy with real money. Really, if you think the normal version of Asphalt 9 is pay to win, which it definitely is, once you see this, well, you can see that it definitely can get worse, and never say it can't. Another thing about this version is that it seems to be an update or two behind. For example, it doesn't have the Jesco or any of the cars added in the Jesco update yet. Also, some of the cars have the same stats as they did before the nerfs and buffs in Update 2 that were in Asphalt 8. For example, the SCG that you just saw there, that is at its old stats. Now, as we get to some of the higher ranked cars, you can see that some are, in fact, still only available by getting blueprints. But still some with that Centenario back there it looked like you could get with that other currency. Now, if anybody wants to try out this game and is not in China, I don't know what to tell you. You can probably find APKs for it somewhere, but I would just say be extremely careful if you do this, because, yeah, there might be some bad ones out there. If I were you, I would just play the normal version of the game and not bother trying to get this one if you don't live in China. Now, let's take a look at this version of the game's store. There are packs, as always, and there is a Legend store. That looks pretty much the same. There are these bundles, and you can now see how much it costs to buy this new currency, which I really don't even know what it's called. But you can use this new currency to buy these packs here. This one can actually give you 60 Terzo Millennio blueprints. But again, keep in mind that this pack costs basically real money, and there's probably still only a 1% chance to get it. Now here you can get blueprints for these cars as well using this new currency. That's pretty much the same as the premium pack that you shouldn't buy in the normal version of the game. I think this new currency is called a voucher or something. So there are apparently some events like this one that's highlighted here that you can only play once you've spent real money on the game. As you can see, there also are some other new sorts of events, and it looks like in these you have to have your cars to a certain number of stars, and then you can get credits from them. At least that's what it looks like based on the thumbnails. There is also a new trial car system where apparently you can get certain cars to try for certain amounts of time, and you can upgrade them and do everything like that with them, and that the upgrades will be kept once you actually own the car. And some cars actually have blueprints in career that you don't have in the normal game, such as this Apollo N right here. Now, since the Himalayas is in China, it seems like they changed some models on the Himalayan tracks, such as this building right here, which looks really cool actually. And now for a race in the Chinese version of the game. As you can see, see, there are a bunch of Chinese names, and this is how you know that this is the Chinese version of the game, because in the normal version of the game, most of the names are in English. Not all, but most. Fun fact, someone else played multiplayer in the Chinese version of the game, and they said that it turned out that there were actually more people, like 3 times as many or something, in multiplayer on the Chinese version than on the normal one. And I mean, China does have nearly 1.4 billion population, which is nearly a fifth of the population of the entire world. I just didn't expect it to be quite so popular there. I guess because we never really hear anything about it, and I guess that's because China has more restrictive internet policies and stuff. I'm not gonna get into that. But needless to say, this game exists, it has a whole lot of players, and there are a whole lot of similarities and differences between the two. And one that I would think pretty much everybody would like to see come to the normal version is the ability to switch between 30, 45, and 60 FPS. Pretty much everywhere, I think, not just on the super high-end devices, but don't quote me on that. Also, there are a few other sort of minor differences, such as the police cars having China police symbols on them, tokens being harder to come by, club rewards not being as good, there's only one multiplayer season, and the rarities of some of the blueprints have been changed. For example, the Ferrari LaFerrari, instead of being legendary, is now a rare blueprint. Also, there is no Caribbean map, there are no open-topped cars, and the fuel system is actually a bit better. It now automatically begins refilling cars when you press play, if it goes down even 1, I believe, rather than having it to get down to do it automatically, or that you have to tap on refill to do it manually. But that's pretty much all I know that's different, and we are coming up to the end of this very intense race, and around the final corner, somebody gets knocked down, and we manage to pass somebody else, hit somebody else from behind, and come in second. Thank you to Fiesty for all the clips and the information. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you've enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, and Minecraft content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!